kind of what I'm doing. This is this is going to be the demo for Gauntlet Games for Armada. Gauntlet Games, 3231 South 13th Street here in Lincoln, Nebraska. They're going to be where you're going to be able to get your Armada stuff when it comes out next week at some point. We've got all sorts of different things going on. I'm doing this remotely because of obvious reasons. If you're watching this from the future, this was 2020, and this is what we did for funsies. So fun is a relative term. And so we've got this is the demo setup that the Pathfinders in the United States and all over the world are using for Mantic Games. We have the lovely and talented Ellie Langton is going to be captaining the orc ship, the Blood Runner, on this demo, and I'm going to be captaining the Gur Panther, which is the Basilean version of this light ship. And we are going to go through some basics again, like we did last time. And now that we both kind of know what we're doing, and we'll see if we can see if I can come out the other end and do this right this time, since I didn't, since I messed up the boarding action last time. So we've got the wind for this scenario is coming out of the west. The wind is what determines the initiative. I'm going to turn that down because I'm hearing all sorts of things in the background, and I don't know if I'm going to even need that, quite frankly. There we go. And this, the windrose little indicator here is going to be where you're going to put this on your map as you're going around and showing things that it's going to be the initiative decider. So what we'll do is when you start a turn, you're going to go whichever way the wind is blowing this direction, and that's going to determine who goes first. Any ships that are impacted first by the wind are going to go first. These ships are currently anchored. In Armada, your ships have 4 different speeds. We have one that's called anchored, where you're just sitting still. There is steady speed, which you're going to move one of your movement lengths. Like on the card here, we've got this is going to be your speed, your movement. You're going to make one 5-inch move if you're going steady speed, which is basically speed 1. And then you'll be able to turn at the end of that movement. So we're currently anchored. Your guy can move, that's not that one, it's the other one. Can move 4 inches, though this is a little slower. And they're also on this card up here. So you can move, you can go from being anchored, which is this speed with the anchor on it, and then you'll just flip that over, one of these over to speed 1. And then you'll be able to move 4 inches on your turn, because you're going to start the movements and stuff. And so the way we measure movement, we've got these lovely little widgets here, and so we've got between 1 and 8 inches. So the way you're going to move, you're going to measure, and I'm going to do it this way. We're going to measure from 4 down to 1, and then you'll be able to make a turn move at the end of it. So we're going to move 4 inches to the end. And then what happens after this on the Gur Panther or the Blood Runner card, you've got this little indicator here, which is going to be which side of the turning widget you're going to use, and that is the red side. There's a red side and a yellow side. The yellow side is a little more of a narrow turning arc. So you can put this on the back of the ship, and then you can turn up to that full movement in either direction. You're not going to want to turn this direction because we'd end up going off of the map. But we can turn all of the way this way, and then that'll be the end of this turn, because we're only going speed 1, which means you're going to make 1 move and 1 turn. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm currently anchored. I'm going to move up to speed 1, which they have these little indicator things on how fast you're going. There's a 1, there's a 2, there's a 3 on here, and then there's an anchored on the other side of some of these. So I'm going from anchored to speed 1 on this guy, And I can move 5 inches up on mine, so I'm going to go use this other side. And I'm going to go 5 inches. I'm going to measure this, and you measure from the front to the front, all the way up to here, and then I'm going to turn. I have to make a yellow degree turn. Actually, I'm just going to turn just a little bit. I'm not going to go full on into the jaws of an orc ship. Yeah, you don't have to turn the full distance on these things. So it's going to be all your maneuvering is going to be the important part of playing this game. It's all going to be kind of where you think you're going to be and where you think your opponent's going to be. So now this is the end of this turn. So we're going to check our speed. We're speed 1, she's speed 1, and then go ahead and I'll have you do the next move. So we can go. We're currently going at steady speed. The next speed up is called battle speed, which is going to be you're going to be able to move two move turns basically. So you're going to be able to move twice, moving 4 inches. Because your movement's 4, okay. And then you can turn up to the red angle at the end of each turn.
So I get to move 2?
Yeah, you can move twice. Yeah.
And it's from.
Yeah, you can move.
Do I start here?
Yeah, you can move. Well, yeah, because you'll hit 4 inches. Yeah, because 4 to 8.
Where do I start? Right here.
Back here.
Back
where
here.
we were. Yeah, because you're moving 4 to 8.
Oh wait, no, where was?
Yeah, you were.
Oops.
Let's see, you're about.
There.
Yeah, right about there.
So where do I move?
Well, here I'll do it this way. Because the way I'm doing it, so we can keep it level, because your movement's 4, you just move 4 to 0. That's the way I'm doing it. So go ahead and do that. So and I'll hold this, yeah, front to the front. Okay. And then you can make if we're going to say you went up a speed to speed 2, so we're going to keep that on the card over here, just so we know you're going to make 2 moves, and then you'll use the red turning radius.
I can make 2 moves in a turn.
Yeah, because you can make 2. You can move and then make a turn and then make another move and another turn since you're going speed 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to turn. I mean, if you just want to keep going straight full on, you can do that, or you can turn.
Turn a little bit.
Sure.
I'm going to kind of go. So I'm going to turn about like
that,
and then I'm going to make another
4-inch move, because you have to move your full move each time because it's showing how fast you're going, and then yeah, okay. And then. You might want to turn, because the first thing you're going to do at the beginning of your next turn is move 4 inches.
Yeah, turn.
And that'll, and then kind of turn.
Let's just turn that.
There we go.
I'm going to turn the full turn.
The full way? Okay. Go this way. Yep. And we can also see on the cards here for the Blood Hunter, they've got weapons all around. These weapons are going to be, an H is going to indicate a heavy weapon, a C is going to indicate a close weapon, there's also an L that's going to indicate a light weapon. That's your cannons that you're firing off. You've got cannons on the sides and cannons in the front. And the way you determine if you can shoot from the front or the back, you've got this little device that you can use, and you could see pretty much over half of my ship. And if you had, that's a C is on the front of that?
Yeah, 1C.
1C, a close combat weapon is going to have a range of 8 inches, and you measure from the front. So if it was a little closer, you could be able to shoot my guy. And then we'll go into that kind of when we get around to shooting people, because you've got modifiers and stuff for how fast you're moving and so on and so forth. So that's your 2 moves to get to there. We've also got, if you've got more ships than just the 2 we've got, you'll put little activation markers on your ships or on your cards to keep track of where you're going. I am going to go up to speed 2 as well, I think. No, I think I'm going to stay at speed 1. So I'm going to move my 5 inches, and I'm going to move 5 up to here. And I'm going to make my yellow turn. I keep looking at these cards and not this. So I'm gonna make my turn like this, like that, and I am going to see if I can hit you with my broadsides. I've got the way. Oh darn it! The way your broadsides work, you shoot in a line you measure, parallel to the front and the back of the ship. If those can hit, I'd be out. I should have made 2. Well, there you go. That's how I roll. Poorly. So I've done.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
turn first and then move?
You not with these ships. There's certain ships that let you do that.
Okay.
There's other ships like the Empire of Dust ships have oars, and it's like that lets you do that beforehand.
Okay.
These you'll always do at the end of your turn. And so we are at the end of the turn. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. At the end of each turn, you're going to roll to see if the wind changes. Yeah, and so we're going to roll 2d6, and we're going to see if a 7 or a 6. Math is hard. There is no change in the wind, so the wind's going to stay out of the west, which means you're going to continue to keep going first as we go. And you're going speed 2. I'm going to get something to drink because
Can I change it to speed 1?
Yeah, you can drop down a speed, and but you can go up or down 1 on your turn, and so that'll be kind of how if you think you're going a little too fast, or but you're going to have to move your first. You're going to have to make your move first before you switch your speed.
Oh.
So you'll still go the 4 inches. Like
I want to go down a speed.
Sure.
So
So
move
we'll
me
go
4 inches and
go forward 4.
and then I want to make I'm changing my speed.
Yep.
So
You're going down to speed
that.
1, so we're just speed 1. You can make your turn now at the end of the turn.
And I want to turn the full angle there.
Okay. And you can, let's see, that'd probably be better. Turn that full angle here.
And now,
because
if I wanted to try and
shoot my guy, yep. You've got,
I'm in range.
oh yeah, for the front, yeah, because it's an 8-inch range.
And then, can I see your ship?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because you have to see at least half of the ship.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be just a little over half because there's modifiers and stuff. The way you shoot, okay, this is going to be less than 8 inches, we know, but is it less than 3 inches from there? It's not. So you're going to need a 6. The sea weapons, you roll a d10. You roll the black d10 in case you need to roll more. Okay. So those are designated for the close-up ones. And you need a 6 because there's no real modifiers. You're not really close. You're not really far away. You're within a good range. You're less than 10, and so you'll need a 6 plus. It was a 1, so that's not going to hit.
Damn it.
So we go. I think that's okay. So a 1 is going to be a miss. You'll need a 6 plus to hit, and then what will happen? Different weapons do different damage. Close weapons do 3 damage. The heavy weapons will do 2 damage, and the light weapons will do 1. So we are going to see if I can. I think I might be able to, if I can turn. So her turn's done. She moved, she turned, and she shot my guy. If we were doing really complex, with a lot of different maneuvers and stuff like that, we'll put a little thing on your card that'll indicate which weapon you fired. Like we would put that on the front close combat weapon on this card. Actually, I'll do this and do this. We'd put that on this part right here, and then you'd know you'd fired that weapon, and you can't fire that until the round's over. And because if there's other things you can do as you're traveling around and shooting at people, you can shoot at people as they travel by you out of your turn. I'm still going speed 1, and I think I'm going to stay that way. So I am going to I'm going to move my 5 inches. I'm going to move up to here, and I think if I can, because I turn yellow, the yellow gauge, I'm going to be able to turn this much, and I think I should be able to get all of your ship. I'm going to go my pew thing there and there, so I can see over half of your ship. If it was less than half, could you hand me that paper underneath here like that? If it's partially obscured, there's little modifiers on here. So the range, it's under 10. Is it under 10 inches? Okay, I've got a tape measure here. It's under 10. The back, no, it's just about, I think it's even measured from the closest. So it'd be up to 10. So I'm within range. So there's not a modifier for that. I have, on the side of the Gur Panther, I have 1 heavy and 1 light. So that's going to be a blue die for the heavy and a red die for the light. And I am not moving too fast. I've got a fairly average crew. The ship is the same size as mine. I'm not partially visible means that like if something's in the way or if you can't see more than half. So I need 6s to do this. I got 1. I got 1 on my 7 on the red on the light weapon. So you're going to take 1 damage, and we'll mark. This is the thing. We'll take these indicators and mark on here how much damage you've taken. Boy, my fingers are all. And we'll set that on there, and then what'll happen as we go through, once it hits 19, stuff's going to happen. I'm not going to throw all that out just right at the moment. But you've only taken 1. Oh yeah, I can do that. I'm going to see if I can move this with it as well.
Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, perfect. If I knew what I was doing. So I've shot while I've moved. I've turned, I've shot. So now we're at the end of the turn. We're going to roll 2d6 if you would, since you're right over there. We're going to see if the wind's going to change. 7, it's going to stay the same. 5 to 9, the wind stays the same, so it's consistently out of the west. But we're kind of getting closer to where if I get over here first, I'm going to be able to go first in the initiative. So you've still got initiative. And we're going to go, and you can also try to board me if you want, because you can also fight that way. And orcs are really good at doing that, so so it's going to be your turn. We're moving speed 1.
Okay, so what am I doing here?
It's the beginning of your turn. You're moving speed 1.
I'm going to go ahead and move my 4, and then make a turn.
Sure. Boo, boo. 4 inches here.
I'm staying at my speed.
Speed 1, okay. I'm going to go speed here.
And then I want to make a full turn.
Okay, that's the red. Go this way.
Yep. Oh, yep.
If you go that, let's see, if you go there, I think that'll probably be, you can see, well, that's kind of, this might be a little bit harder to hit me, so maybe, or do you want to try to, well, I guess you're not.
Try to board.
Oh, you'd have to move up a speed. But you could still, if you wanted to do a full move, I think that's going to be out of range of that cannon, though. Yeah, it's going to be out of range of that.
I'm going to stay there, though, and try to board.
Okay, just kind of chasing me around? Okay. And you can also try to ram me, which orc ships are made to do. Normally you can't, because who wants to ram ships? Well, orcs do because they're crazy. So I've got... I'm going to pretend you didn't tell me what you're going to do, and I'm going to go my 5 inches.
This is a demo.
So that's right. Yeah, we're all friends here. I'm still going speed 5, so I'm going to move 5 up to here. And I am going to do my yellow turn. I'm just going to kind of crane around and crane. I don't think I'd be able to hit you. I think I'm too far ahead, which I could anchor and then just wait for you and shoot you as you come in. But I don't think, because I've got a cannon in the, I don't have a cannon in the back, so never mind. Now we are going to be, now we're at the end of the turn. I'll have you roll for the wind. 10, it is going to move 1 step anti-clockwise, which is counterclockwise, so it's going to come from kind of southwest. So it is going to be, I think it's going to be me, because we're going, the wind's going to go, oh, geek. Oh man, it's hitting you first. It's still, wow, that's all right. Well, harumph.
So I'm still going first?
Yeah, so you're going first, so you can move up a speed if you want to catch up. We've got that, so you're going to have to move your 4 inches first.
I'll go up a speed, so I'm going to move.
You move twice.
Yeah, move my 4
so
inches.
We're moving 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's going the same way. And then
turn.
You can fire at me too, because you're still, because you're well within.
I think I'm going to still try to catch up with you. And
well, you can do both. Yeah, because you can fire now, and you can still make.
I didn't
wait,
know.
hang on.
Okay, so
this
you can do actions mid.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do before you turn. It's a thing called fire as she bears. Before you stop, you're going to make a little action.
But you're not within range.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm going to turn the full board because
I
want to. Yeah.
And you're going to catch up.
Yeah. And then
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you
do
wouldn't
my-
be able to fire because it's going to be
Right.
down this side.
So I'm going to try to get,
Right.
so I'm going to do another 4 inches because
Right.
I upped to speed.
Right? Oh, yeah, okay, here's the thing. I'm going to just go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to move 4 inches. Oh, if this might, oh my, this might be a really cool thing. It's going to, oh boy. Okay, I think.
I'm going to, I can fire from the side?
Yeah, because your broadsides are on the side.
Okay,
And
before I do
here's,
my turn, I can fire?
you can do, this will be what's called fire as she bears. And this would be, oh boy. There's a tactic called crossing the T, which if I am basically perfectly perpendicular to your ship, and I am, because if I was to move forward, I'd still be in this alley. It's going to go through. It's going to go through all my decks, like coming from the back, coming from the front.
Okay.
But since you're doing it before you turn, it's going to be harder to do. It is.
Well, I'm going to do it anyway.
Less than 10, yeah. It's less than 10 inches, so that's not a negative. But it is a snap fire she bears. So -2, you're going to need 8s. So you've got 2 heavies, which is going to be the blue dice. So you're going to need 8s to hit that. But if you do, it's going to be catastrophic. Watch this, for crying out loud. Nope, a 2 and a 4.
Ah!
Because that could have really, if it's the normal damage, if it's less than 3, the bow rake, it's a +1. It's ×2 damage. If you would have hit me, which would have been not great for me. So now we can turn. Right?
Because I want to get. So will I be close enough to board you then?
You might be, because you have to be within 3 inches to board me. So we're going to go our 4 inches. I think that might be just enough, which would be pretty great. I'm going to go up to here. And I bet you that's well within 3 inches. Okay, boarding a ship. I need to go down here. A boarding action, you're going to try to grapple my ship. Unless the ship is already grappled, you can attempt to grapple me within 3 inches. You're within 3 inches. That is going to take a crew test. And it is going to be, I'm forgetting immediately what all the things I have to do. Boarding actions. You have to make it's a crew check. You roll, it's just a d6. Oh, sorry, these are over here. It's a d6. On a 5+, you're going to be able to, you're basically throwing grappling hooks over and grabbing my guy.
Just
yeah,
one?
just one d6. Yeah, we'll do that.
And I have to do a 6+.
No, 5+.
5+.
Yeah. Not so much. We're going to say you did, though, for this demo purpose, because I want to show you how grappling works, because we buggered it up last time. So the way grappling works, we're 2 ships of equal size. So we're going to basically just pull them together as close as we can to equal movements. What happens now, since you were able to grapple my ship, we are going to roll our crew strength, which I've got 3 on mine, and then you've got, it's this one, you've got a 3 on yours. So we're going to roll 3d10s, and again, we're going to need 6s, and this is going to be, it will cause 2 damage for each one. So we've each got 3 dice, so I'll have you roll them in the thing. You'll do this to me. You're going to do 1, so you'll do 2 to me. I'm going to mark 2 on here. And I will roll after.
I can't get mine.
Oh, here, I got that.
Thanks.
In your short little arm. And I've got, oh my, I've got 3. So I got a 6 and an 8 and a 0, which is a critical hit. That's going to do an extra 2. So I will do 2, 4, 6, 8 damage to you. And that'll add on to what you already had on there.
So I'll have 7?
Yes, because you had 1.
Okay.
And I did 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah. So, and that's just these over here.
So
So you got 3, 8, 7. So I've got, we are still grappled. This is the end of the round, and what we will do after that is I can try to, depending on where the wind is, well, the wind might go here. We'll do, have you rolled to see if the wind changes.
So I have how much damage onto my ship that I can take?
You can take, if you take more than 19 damage, that's your nerve stat. You're going to be crippled, which means you won't do stuff as well.
Okay.
If you take a total of 26, you're just sunk.
Okay.
It is a 4. 4 is going to move 1 step clockwise, so we're going to go back this way. So the wind is going to be coming, oh, for crying out loud, it's going to be coming out of the same, since we're at the same time, we're basically would go at the same time. So let's say, well here, we'll just die off and see if, who wants to go first. Beat a 1 to go ahead of me, because we're both basically in the same, because the wind's coming out of that. Perfect. So you can attempt to pull away. Oh, you had a +1 to your thing. I forgot that again. If you want to try to get away, you basically, the first action you can do when a ship activates and is already grappled, you can either attempt to repel boarders, we'll make another fighting action, or you can attempt to disengage, which means you're just going to pull away, because we're both kind of basically going that same speed. Any crippled ships must roll their nerve test. We're not crippled yet. These are the islands. So it depends. Do you want to pull away, or do you want to just keep fighting hand to hand on the ships?
Let's keep fighting.
Okay. Fight. It's going to be 3d10s again.
Okay.
And the previous turn, you should have got a +1 because this is the first. You're coming aboard my ship. You get a plus to that. So you should have been hitting on 5s. So
I'm hitting on what?
You're hitting on 6s. These are always going to be 6s on these. You got 2 6s, so I'll take 4 more damage, which is going to be 6. So I'm going to get a 5 and a 1. I'm going to try to fight you back on this, and I've got 2 9s, which is going to be 2, 4, and a 2, which is none. So I'm going to give you 4 more damage, so you'll be at 11 for that. I'm going to actually attempt to disengage, because I might be beating you up bad, but I think that the tide might turn and I might start taking issues. Start taking some heavy casualties. So I'm going to attempt to disengage. I have to pass a skill test, which is just a 5+ from my crew. And that's just because I have, there's modifiers you can get when you buy your ships. You can add an experienced crew, which will add to your point cost. I'm going to try to break away. I do not. So I'm just going to sit there and I wonder, attempt to disengage in crippled ships. Where did my book go? Because I don't know if I fail to disengage, if I just fail to disengage and that's the end. I think that might be the case, because I'm just going and trying to pull away. Okay. So it's the end of the turn. We are going to have you roll for the wind again. Miss Windy. Where does the wind go? Thank you, good night. It is 5 to 9, so there's no change. So we're still kind of stuck here. So
and I'm gonna go ahead.
You're just gonna keep fighting me?
I'm gonna keep fighting the crap
we'll just
out of you.
We'll just keep the initiative order, sure. So again, it's 6 ups to try to do stuff.
I'm a brute.
Try to beat my
Nothing
dudes.
else.
Oh yeah, for sure. A 9 and a 3. Oh, a 7. Yeah, I thought that was 1. So it's going to do 4 more to mine, so that'll be an even 10. I'm going to do this
the crap out of you there.
to fight you back, and I've got Bupkis. So I've got this. I'm going to try to disengage. That's what I needed to look up. I wanted to see exactly if I the boarding. Yeah, if I can't off ski. There is grounded ships align. We did that. Attack. Results multiple grapples. I'm not doing that yet. Ongoing boarding actions. Repel borders is just another fight action. Disengage. It must pass a skill test with a -1 modifier if it's crippled. It's not. Oh, if it fails, it must repel borders instead. So I would get a fight. I would have gotten to fight you back on that next one. I'm still going to try to get away, and I'm still failing. So I guess I'm just going to fight you again. So I got a critical with a 10. So I'm going to do 4, and 2 is 6. So I'll do 6 more to your guys. So it'll be 17 on yours. Well, I'm kind of wanting to get away and shoot at you.
17?
Yeah, total. I mean, you've got, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's getting close to your nerve, so that's 19. My nerve is 21. Let's see. Disengage, must pass a skill test. If it fails, must automatically pass a skill test. Passed. It may move following all normal rules. Okay. However, if the ship is disengaged from not surrendered. Okay. Nobody's surrendered yet because nobody's hit enough.
So it's my turn?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're still repelling
So I'm going to
orders.
disengage.
Well, no, this is still the same.
Oh,
I tried to disengage, and we both fight at the same
Okay,
time.
so-
Yeah, so you're doing that again. We're rolling 6-ups. That'll be 2 more to mine. So I got 12. Ding. A ting. So now we're back to rolling up. I'm going to roll for the win this time.
Oh, really?
This windy pants.
Thank you.
I'm going to do, well, it's going to go back to clockwise. 2 to 4. It's going this way. Well, shoot. Now you're going first. Well, you're going first anyway. So if you want to disengage, disengage and try to ram the ship. Because you'd have to swing around and do that. This is a really, hurt. You just, it's going to be a skill test. It's going to be 5+ on 1d6.
Okay.
To try to get away. And
Oh,
if not,
1d6.
yeah, on just one. Yeah, so you get away.
Ah,
nope, so we're
son
just
of
going
a
to
fuck.
fight again. Okay? So, again, 3d6 or 3d8s, 3d10s. Hey, geez.
Do you know what you're doing?
I barely.
I roll first?
Yes. You got a critical, and what's this one?
I think it's a 4.
4. Okay, so you got 1 critical hit, so you'll do 4 to me. So I'm going to have a total of 16. Turn that into a 5.
Don't do any more damage to me. I'm hitting my nerve.
I'm trying to. You're up to what, a 19? I need to choke on this. Oh, almost. No, I'll do 4 more to you.
Ooh,
Well, here's what we can do.
nerve, then.
So 4 more is going to be
I'm 17.
21. So here's what will happen to that. Anything you're going to do is going to be halved. You're crippled. Also, what will happen if you are crippled? I need to check that. If you activate and you are crippled, you have to take a nerve test if there is a ship the same size or medium or larger that's close by. Okay. And if you fail it, you're going to surrender. So basically, the ship will still be there, but it'll be a good. say cue the Cheap Trick, the soundtrack. So we've got ongoing boarding actions, disengaging, and I gotta find the surrendering rules. You would think I'd been reading this for the last couple weeks and I would know exactly what to do. That is not the case. Surrendering. Crippled ships and nerve tests. When it's crippled, it cannot move faster than battle speed. Halves the number of each weapon it has in its weapon position, rounding up. So you'd be half. If you got away,
71.
you're shooting at me, yeah, and you would have your crew strength as well. So you are going to...
What if you're 1 crew strength, so is it just... You can't really do half.
Yeah, well, it'd just be 1. Yeah,
so
you're never going to be less than 1. If a ship has taken damage that exceeds its nerve value for whatever reason, it's considered crippled. Every time a crippled ship activates within 10 inches of a non-surrendered enemy ship, medium or greater, that's at least partially visible, make a skill test. So roll a d6. Oh, no, because you just activated. Now it's my turn to activate.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to break away. Just because I'm worried that you're going to do something awful to my guys. There we go. I'm breaking away. So now I get to make a move. I was speed 1. So I am going to pull away from you and move my 5 inches up to here.
Now, even though I'm crippled, do I stay at the speed I was at? Because I was
Yeah.
at 2.
Yeah, you were at 2.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think...
Gotta throw a monkey wrench in.
That's right. If it's, it doesn't say you can't move any faster than you are because you're currently going battle speed because you're going speed 2. That's battle speed. Full speed is basically speed 3. You'd be able to make 3 moves. But if we were on this, we'd just go, oh, now I'm off the thing. So we've got this. Now we're at the end of the turn, so we're going to roll for the wind because I might be able to go first. And 5 to 9, no change. So we're going to go. I'm going to go first, and I'm going speed 1. Well, I keep taking your widgets.
Stop taking my widgets.
I know. I'm sorry. Widget hog.
Widget.
So I'm going to go. I'm going speed 1. This might. Oh, I might be sailing off the. Well, now you'll get to see what happens when you sail off the map.
Sail away.
I could. No, we can't afford that by any stretch. I'm going speed 1, so I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to, boy. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make my turn, and then I'm going to drop speed to speed 0. So, I'm still going to have to, boy, this is just going to not work at all. I'm trying to get away. So anxious to get away. And, you know what? You can catch up and, well, if you try to grapple me, you're going to not do very well at it. But, here's what you can do. You can try to ram me, which is what orcs are really good at.
Just to show me how to do that.
Okay, it's going to be, you're going to make 2 moves because you're still going speed 2, right?
Right.
Go 4 inches forward.
And a turn?
And a turn. The red, right?
Yeah. But I don't want to turn all the way, right?
Right. You're going to
So
go...
we'll just go do like a...
We'll go like to there. It'll probably...
I'm like right
that'll be enough.
past
Yep. And here's what else you can do. You're in between turns, so you can fire your close weapon. It's just the single black die, because you're within... Oh, hey, are you within 3 inches? No, you're not within 3 inches. If you're within 3 inches, you get a +2 to hit.
Remember, I'm on the nerve thing, though. I'm
right.
at my...
You'd have it, and then round it up, so half is 1,
Right,
so
okay.
you're still going to roll 1. 1 black die, and if you hit, it's going to do 3 damage. You need a 6 on this, because we're still moving. Not so much. So now the second thing you're going to do, I'm going to try, you can just say, I'm going to try to ram this.
I'm going to try to ram you.
Think, so I got to see how this works, because if I don't know if I get a chance to evade.
No.
Come on. Well, here's your thing. You've got a special rule where you've got on your card, on the orc card, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You had 26 damage, right?
Yeah.
No, that sinks you. So the orcs have a special rule called Ram 1. That's going to add damage to what happens when we ram ships, which normally you have to try to evade.
Oh wait, I had 21 damage, didn't I?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because you were just over the thing. I gotta find ramming, evading, and colliding. Actually ramming. So if you are, I think is there a ramming thing on here? Boarding actions. These are all the rules that I'm going through that I usually know until I get put under pressure. Only hit shooting, firing issue bears. Multiple grapples attack a line. You're not grappling me, you're trying to ram my ship. The weather, the wind, oars. No, it is colliding if both ships... Well, you're not going to try to evade because I'm going to try to evade from your guy, though. And if I do, you go past me. So I'm going to say I would need a 5 to try to get away from you. I got a 6. Still going. Reconnection successful. Okay.
It was so quick, I didn't even notice it.
Well, while it was reconnecting, I failed my my evade test. So what'll happen? Colliding with another ship is going to be... This might sink us both, quite frankly.
Right.
Dude, perfect. It's
Right.
a tie. If one ship's larger than the other, they're not. We are going to roll. It is... Grappled ships. I don't need a grappled ship. Evade. Both ships start with 1d10. So I'm going to take my 1d10. And then if one ship is larger size than the other, okay, we're not. Medium ship is 2 sizes. Oh, say we're doing, for each size it is larger than the other. Both ships now roll their dice. The result is the damage the ship suffers. 2 ships will determine the amount of damage. So we're both rolling just a single d10. I thought they both rolled at different sizes. Because I was thinking, if either ships are 2 sizes smaller, no, that's not it. Terrain can never take damage. Both ships don't roll the dice. The size is, for example, a medium ship is 2 sizes larger than a tiny ship and gets 2 extra d10s. I don't think that's right. No. So apply all damage to both colliding ships simultaneously, recording it using the damage counters provided placed on their respective ship cards. So after the collision, if both or one or both ships have been sunk, reduce both ships' current speed by 1. If a ship is already anchored, it suffers a further d3. Okay, we're not... the activating ship now must turn the smallest amount possible, enough to just clear the ship. Okay, so we're both going to roll d10s because we're not... we're both the same size.
Okay.
According to this,
So
and
I
if
have to hit
and I'm
first?
sure, it's just no, we're just because because I failed my evade test. And you're going to roll, so you did 8 to me, so I'm going to be at 23. Oh no, this is the other one. I'm looking at the wrong one. This is the other ship. So it's going to be, you did 8, and I'm at 16. It'll be 20 math.
What were you at?
16. And 8 is 24. So 20.
Yep, sorry.
3, 4. And I'm going to do You can take
0.
26 because you're at 24.
You're gonna do 0.
I'm gonna do. Oh no, I did.
Ah!
I did 10.
I called it.
No,
That's
it's a critical.
10.
Yeah, it's a
God
critical.
damn it.
Okay, so it's gonna be. Here's what happens when you critical hit table. So I'm gonna do. I'll do 10. So I would have. So that'll sink you, right?
I'm sunk because I'm 26.
So, but you would have done one more to me because you've got the ram 1.
It still didn't matter.
Yeah.
I died.
But it's still you would have done one more. So sploosh. So we fumbled through. Boy.
Orcs down. Orcs down.
Well, they're just floundering in the water.
Yeah, they're all like all the little guys are out in the water.
Well, the goblins are
Poor
trying to
goblin ship.
man the lifeboats and stuff
Poor
like that.
babies.
So we had. So this is a basic. This was a real basic demo, and we did. I don't know what time. I don't have my glasses on. How much time? But usually it's about a 20-minute. This is 45 because we were kind of fumbling through stuff. But I will be back. I'm going to pause it for a little bit, and we're going to reset and maybe try a little bit something a little different. Okay. We'll do a little bit more, a few more ships, and I'm going to pause this, and I will be back shortly. Let me see.